Tomorrow, thousands of people will be marching in the streets. These people will be marching not for Durban, not for South Africa, not for Africa. The thousands of people you see tomorrow will be marching on behalf of the millions of people globally, the farmers in South Korea, the people living next to oil wells in Nigeria, the people put in prison in Germany because they're resisting coal mines. All these people are saying to us, governments, listen to us. We are marching tomorrow in order to save the world and to save the world in Africa.
Well said, Bobby. Thanks a lot. And yes, we've heard from our panelists. And I repeat again that we gathered with the diverse groups that are meeting today using this platform because the issue that's affecting Africa is all-encompassing. And we need to mobilize, as we're going to do tomorrow on the streets, to make our voices heard. And so now I open the floor to questions. And if you have a question, you request that you kindly stand up, if you don't mind. Mention your name and your affiliations, and then ask questions to any of the panelists.
Thank you. Mike Lowe, Reporting Development Network Africa. Bobby, why don't you tell us a bit more about the march tomorrow? We've heard that there's been some problems in getting official permission. There's been an accusation that from a magazine that their poster was censored. And it didn't go out on the streets as they'd wanted it by the local authorities. And maybe if you can just talk a bit more about what it is you think that would be achieved by bringing, as you say, thousands of people to the gates of this this convention. What kind of impact do you think it might have or not on the proceedings here?
Thank you. Bobby would like to take that.
Yes. Yeah, the latter part of your question first. I think bringing people to Durban, bringing people to COPs and people, not only at COPs, but in general gatherings, be it the anti-war movement or whatever, bringing people to the streets and getting people to stand united with messages allows for a type of democratic process to take place to call on governments to recognize that people in the streets are worried and concerned about what is going on. The reality we face and the challenge we face is to bridge that, what's on the streets that are said by the millions of people, for that to be brought into a place like this to make meaningful change. And it's a difficult reality because inside these halls where the millions of people are not, where what we recognize as Friends of the Earth International, the 1% is, it's difficult to get that message to resonate because of corporate power and corporate capture of what is going on within the UNFCCC. So getting people outside makes and hopefully gets a message through to our politicians, our negotiators, that we are going to start holding you accountable back in the nation states when we go back home. In terms of the march and the problems around the march with regards to a poster being I'm unaware of that, and apologies. I have no sense of that reality. Oh, permission to march, yeah. I mean, the guys got permission to march yesterday evening. And they're finalizing that process today. So yeah, so to march tomorrow will take place. I think, yeah, people have been negotiating with the South African government. The local organizers have been negotiating with the South African government on this march route since June already. So yeah, we will see in the streets tomorrow.
It's a long walk to freedom. Any more questions?